What's up to all of my Pisces out there? Welcome to Pulse of the Cosmos. Today we're going to be taking a look at some of this week's astrology for the week of August 10th through the 16th of 2020. But before we get into that, I wanted to give a quick little shout out to my subscribers out there. Thank you for being so patient with me. I know it's been a few weeks since I've been on here, but I have been telling the other signs it's just been a lot of moves for me, but I'm finally in a home and a place where I can do this more for you guys, and I'm looking forward to it. So in any case, let's get into this astrology, what we are all here for. So a lot going on with the sun, under a lot of pressure this week. And the sun is over there in the 6th house for you guys, where it's been a lot of work. It's been a lot of attention to your work life and to the structure of your day-to-day life and to your routines. And with this quincunx energy from Capricorn over in your 11th house, we are looking to where the energy has been since the end of 2017 for you guys, where 11th house deals with your future. And so when we're looking at the 6th and 11th house interacting in this way, we're seeing is how is the way that you're structuring your day-to-day life and your day-to-day routines and your work life structured in such a way that it flows towards the kind of vision that you have for yourself in the future. It's very important that we check to make sure that our life is structured in such a way. That way we don't get lost in kind of this endless cycle of expending all of this energy without receiving any gains. Now, another thing to focus on here with the 11th house, my Pisces, and I can't forget to touch on this, is that we need to look at who we're hanging around, our friendship groups, our societal groups. These things fall under the umbrella of the 11th house as well. And there's a reason that the future and that the people that you hang around fall under the umbrella of the same house, because they're so intermixed really in kind of the manifestation of what that looks like. And we do as well have Neptune, we can't forget, over there in your home sign of Pisces in your 1st house. So are you truly identifying with the work that you're doing? Are you truly identifying with the people that you surround yourself with? Now is the time to make those shifts and changes if you're not in a space of alignment there. Uranus is going retrograde later this week, come Friday or Saturday, in your 3rd house. So this is your 3rd house of your environment and also your 3rd house of your communication. So are you communicating your wants and your needs in relationships? And are you stimulated by your environment? Are you stimulated by the people that you surround yourself with? Is there any kind of growth factor there? Is it just a little bit of stagnation getting in the way? And we do have Venus over there in Cancer. She's in your 5th house, where the moon's going to be coming through this weekend for a dark moon. And Venus in Cancer, your 5th house, is trying to bring that love and that positivity and that beauty and that joy and that pleasure to your life, and bring it in a sense of true security and true stability. But we have to make sure that we're not putting any blockages in the way of that. We don't want to be putting any blocks up in the way of our ultimate happiness by remaining in some toxic situation or some toxic friend group or some toxic environment that's holding us back from our ultimate growth. And we do have Mars as well. He's squaring over to all of this Capricorn energy, and this is heavy energy where we're undergoing some conflict, but Mars is going to hit a nice trine with the sun this week. So these are two fiery planets in their home dignified position and a very benefic angle to each other. So Mars in the 2nd house is giving you the energy and the vitality to manifest and to create and to build security for yourself, even to build financial security. 2nd house deals with material worth and self-worth, but there's kind of a catch here as Mars comes through this house, and we're looking at all of this as we're putting all of this energy into build and to manifest. We want to check and make sure it's not coming purely from a place of ego or purely from a place of being attached to just things of this physical reality. We want some expansion and some growth and some manifestation on an internal level as well, on a conscious level as well. And I think that's what this nice trine over to the sun in the 6th house is going to help do. We're going to be restructuring in such a way that's going to really make that flow easier for the kind of expansion and the kind of abundance that you're trying to create in this life right now, my Pisces. So in any case, let's pull from the cards for you guys and see what's going on here this week. I'm pulling from the Golden Tarot. I only did this for the last 4 signs. They were just calling to me. I don't think I've used these yet on here. This was the first deck I ever got. Okay, so the first couple cards we pulled are the King of Swords reversed, crossed by the Six of Swords reversed. So interesting. So the King of Swords upright kind of knows his inner authority, and he has this inner sense of knowing. He has deep insights into the connections of situations. So there's some kind of situation, Pisces, where you might be avoiding seeing the truth in something, or you might be avoiding looking at the facts and the data of a situation from a very intellectual way. And this is kind of interrupting the structure and the flow of your day-to-day life and your routines. Maybe kind of this kind of constantly trying to push this thing to the side. It might bubble up for you. And we have it crossed by the Six of Swords reversed. So yeah, Six of Swords upright, we're kind of moving out of rough waters and into more kind of calm waters and safer spaces. It's kind of a bit of a journey, but when we get it reversed, you're kind of choosing to stay in these rough waters. So there might be some kind of situation involving the people in your life or the environment that you're in, or even the work that you're doing if you're not feeling connected to it or you're not manifesting from it. But there's some kind of situation where you're choosing to remain in these kind of rougher waters, and you're not just taking that moment to step back and look as a conscious observer of ways in which you can realign yourself to bring yourself more positive things in this life. I feel like for some of my Pisces out there, this is just a toxic situation that you have that inner knowing of that you need to kind of take steps to remove yourself from this, but you're kind of choosing to kind of stay in these waters for whatever reason that is. And we pulled the Four of Swords reversed coming up next. So Four of Swords reversed is okay. Four of Swords, we're resting, we're taking a mental break, but reversed, it's time to come out of that rest. It's time to take action towards the things that you want in this life. It's time to take action towards the things that feed that positivity and that creativity and that abundance within you, and feed that spiritual side of you as well, Pisces. Maybe some of you have been neglecting that more spiritual side of yourself, which is so important for a Pisces to kind of feed and stay connected to. If you're feeling a little bit disconnected, it might be because you're in some of these situations where the gears are just off with what feels like it's in alignment with you, but you're choosing to stay for whatever reason that is. But we're going to have the energy this week to pick that up and flip it around and move into spaces that allow for the kind of future that you're looking to create for yourself. So this is definitely a week of movement, a week of choices, and a week of decisions that are going to lead you into that ultimate space of happiness, my Pisces. I love you so much out there. I hope you're doing well, and I will be back next week.